I wanted to do this video up for everybody who had been praying for Roxanne, to let you know that she was just put down here earlier. I got to spend some time with her before we had her put down, and I got to walk her around a little bit, which was nice, but she wouldn't even give me a kiss. I did kiss her, but she just, I don't know. There were times that she looked right at me, but with her being blind, I knew she couldn't see me, but I just felt as if she could somehow. And I wish that her sight would have just come back somehow, just so she could have seen me one last time. We had all the time we wanted with her. We could have stayed longer, but I felt like, and my mom kept telling me that we were just prolonging it. As soon as we got her back inside the vet hospital, the carpeting right inside the place, she stood there for a minute, and then she just laid right down. It's just like it was all she could do, you know. She just couldn't do anything else. And again, like I said, even just then we could have had more time, and it was just time to let her go. And since she already had the IV, the stuff that was given to her was just administered through the IV. That way they didn't have to jag her, they didn't have to, you know, do anything again. And it was better that way, because I know she didn't like getting shots or anything. So, but she was nosing to see what he was doing, because he had to make sure that it was going through, because they had her leg wrapped up and everything. So they had to make sure that that he had to make sure it was going through and everything. But I just wish I could have explained to her what was going on, because I know she didn't understand. But the way the vet talked, as soon as she came down with Lyme's disease last month, I guess he said it was fatal then, because as soon as that had started, even though she was on the medicine, you know, that was always that chance. And seeing the situation that she wound up in, it had already started. So obviously, you know, if anybody out there has a pet that has Lyme's disease, that doesn't mean, obviously there are people watching this and say, you know, well, my pet had that, they got medicine and they're fine. So I mean, it's just, she just happened to fall into the line of one of them that happened to have the problem with her kidneys and that. And obviously, like I've said before, that's what caused the blindness. And so there was nothing that could have been done. If I would have known, you know, then what I know now, I would have done everything for her, more than what I did, because I feel like I still didn't do enough. And I keep thinking about how we didn't get to go swimming, and I can't swim, but she loved the water, and she didn't get to do all the things that I wish she could have done. And if I would have known, you know, I would have done so much more. And I've been blaming myself this whole time. And the way they talked, it didn't matter. You know, even if I would have caught it sooner, as soon as that tick bit her, that would have been it. You know, even if, like I said, even if I would have, that's what I'm gathering at least, you know, it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, I remember she had 2 of them at the time, and there was some blood in the area and that where they had gotten her, and they'd been there that long, and I had missed it. And I don't know how I missed it, but I had missed it. And but the way he talked, you know, as soon as it got a hold of her, I mean, if I would have caught it before it actually sunk in, that would have been fine. But I mean, as soon as it bit her pretty much or whatever and everything, that was pretty much it. But I don't know, just 3 years old. She brought so much to our lives, caused so much destruction. I mean, getting her when she was 10.5 months, and not the most recent place where I worked, but the place before that. I mean, it was like, it wasn't that long after I got, maybe a week if that, and everything, and I was fired from my job. And you know, I was so scared I wouldn't be able to keep her, I wouldn't be able to take care of her. And for the 3 years that we had her, I know she caused over $1,000 worth of damage, you know, to the house and everything, you know, pulling down the blinds and tearing up stuff. And but some of the stuff was so comical. I said I thought of her when I was getting dressed this morning. She used to steal our bras, And of course I wear a sports bra, so when she got mine, she'd get it in her mouth, but she'd get to running and her leg would get down, you know, in the strap, and she'd get hung up, and it was so hard to be mad at her because she was just so cute trying to run with her leg in the strap, and she was clumsy. And she had this lump on her head, so I always called her my eggy head. We don't know what caused it, you know, it just, she always hit her head off of stuff. I've never seen a dog wrap their head off of stuff as much as that one did. She never paid attention. She went with what she wanted to do, and she did what she wanted, and she got what she wanted an awful lot because she just was that good, you know, and, but that was her spunk. That's what made her so special. And, she's gonna be with me always. And I hope that I hope either my Samantha finds her or she finds my Samantha. And I hope that she'll be happy. I did up a bag for her and I can put some of her, like, toys in it, or that were her favorites, and, you know, some treats and stuff. I'd actually just recently bought treats for her, and there was certain stuff that I hadn't even given her, and I don't know why, so I just put it all in there. I didn't want anybody else's dog to have it or whatever, and I, took some of my, I love, I don't remember if you call it stastus or status, whatever, and everything, the flower that never dies, it's a sign of everlasting love and devotion, and I put some of that there too and everything with it, and she was wrapped in a blanket, obviously in the bag, but she was wrapped in a blanket and that, and the baggie was put down with her. So, and I bought a cross at Walmart to go with the other ones, and I'll post a picture up on my Facebook of that, of the other crosses for the other animals, because she's up with the other animals, and it's a real pretty cross, so we got that on the way up before we went to the vet, and I gotta get her name on it, get it all fixed up for her. I'm gonna see what my grandparents' dog will eat, you know, treat-wise and stuff, and she'll get that. Everything else I'm gonna donate to the SPCA. I know that's what she would want. I'm gonna give her Holly away. I'm obviously keeping her collar and her leash. I won't give that up. I didn't give up Samantha's either, but I will get rid of the Holly because she hated the Holly, and I swore that if she came home, she'd never have to wear it again. And what's so funny about it is the last time that I walked her for, I mean, like a decent walk, I forgot to take the Holly. You know, maybe it's just one of those God-given things, you know, maybe that was the plan. I forgot to put the Holly on her. Her leash was just there, you know, I just grabbed it up, hooked her up, and took her out. And when I got outside, I realized I didn't have it, and instead of going back, I took her, and we did fine, you know. She usually would pull really bad and everything, but she was slowing up, and we did really good. And, so, I mean, at least she had her last walk, you know, like I said, regular, decent walk was a good walk. My grandfather never took her on the Holly. He didn't like the Holly either, so that's why I took it off, and that's, maybe, maybe not the exact reason, but still, so I'm gonna get rid of it. There's two different kinds of dog food. I'm gonna get rid of that, and like I said, any treats that my grandparents' dog won't eat. And I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with their toys. I'm really not sure about that. Some of them I'll probably just have to throw out because they're not in very good condition. I don't know if I can give those away or not. I really can't do anything with them because all we have is a cat. And I'm not getting another dog. Everybody that I've already heard, you know, really not from, I've heard from just like family and everything, the main family here and everything, that, well, you know, we always manage to do that every time throughout the years that we've said we'd never do it, we always do, but I just don't want another one. I mean, I've already lost two of my best girls, and I don't want to do it again. I don't. So, but anyway, like I said, I just want to let everybody know, and I thank everybody for the prayers, and I really appreciate that, and I ask that you just please keep them praying for the family, as this is going to be a tough time, because we also have a crate too, and I don't know what I'm doing with that either. I got to think on that one and see what I'm going to do with the crate. So it's an awful lot that's going to be taken care of, and a lot that has to be digested, you know, over the next couple of days, and but I thank you guys anyway, and I love everybody.